always, I hear this idea of God in so many different contexts. And so that's where we're going to start the question. I want to know, what or who is God to you?
That's true, Josh, that God has been defined so many different ways, and I would have to say previous to the diagnosis, God was my personal savior and someone pretty much that I could go to that could get a different perspective on life and help my dreams and goals come to pass. And if I'm going to be authentic about it, almost to like kind of like make my wish come true type of relationship. So that God was a higher power that pretty much I wanted to put his stamp of approval on how I wanted to run my life.
Yes.
So that was previous to the diagnosis. Now, when the diagnosis came, it really kind of just shattered all that. So my definition and my perspective of God changed tremendously. That he is a higher power to me. I've learned him in a different way, but he is not someone that we can manipulate like we think we can do in human relationship. So, and that is not about him putting his stamp of approval on my agenda, but it's about me lining up to his agenda for my life, which is far greater than any plan I can have for myself. So I definitely, my image or my definition of God changed dramatically during the diagnosis.
Yeah, it seems like, well, just like you were saying, it's almost like generally, at least coming from my own personal development, my idea of God was kind of similar. When I was younger, I was the kid that prayed for world peace and I just want everybody to be happy and kind of fairy tale type stuff. And as I continue to develop, whenever I asked him for something, before I would pray and I'd say, hey, I want you to make me into a great man. Actually, that's one of my personal prayers. I want you to make me into the man that you've always wanted me to be. And I felt like the prayer request that I made was a very noble prayer request. And because of my nobility, I would be given this gift of, I'll be showered with gifts of greatness. Like, I like your prayer request. I like the way you approached it. I like your attitude. Here's all the greatness that you asked for. And you actually brought this to my attention on one of the days where I was breaking down, that the breakdown process is the introduction to the greatness.
Yes.
Which, of course, that completely changed my not deer in the headlights, it's just all the roses and all the shininess and all the glitter that I had in my mind about God from going through these different challenges. It was like, man, you know what, he's not really this type of person or this type of creature being. He's not this type of source that I thought he was.
Yeah.